Hello all, Jeff here with a new video back on Gran Turismo Sport. This time it's the FIA Manufacturers Series, and as you can see here, I've signed an agreement with Ferrari. Don't know how this is going to go, but we'll give it a shot anyway. Why am I doing a Manufacturers Series? Got a pretty good race showed up. Group 3 at Blue Moon Bay. Yes, oval racing. So this is going to be very interesting indeed. Anyway, this is the first race, and this is qualifying. Now the thing with this race is, it's all about the slipstream. If you're out of the slipstream, your race is done. If you're out of the slipstream in qualifying, well, you're going to start last, let's be honest. So you just need to find a pack to get the slipstream. But this Porsche and this Aston Martin, they're going to, try and, the Aston's going to try to pass the Porsche, I don't know why. Someone else is behind. I go around the inside, slight contact between me and the Aston as I get off the apron, and the Aston smashes the Porsche off. That's definitely my fault as we go into turn 3. Bang! The revenge punch. Oh no. As a result, I'm going to have to start 17th place. And yes, that is the Lightspeed Esports livery from the Le Mans Esports Series. So, yeah, a nice little Forza livery on Gran Turismo. Not bad. Anyway, start of the race. Now the thing with this race is, it's thinking, oh, you can just go all out. Nah, not with this race. This is a one-stop race, and you do have to save fuel. So looking back, there was a few things that I could have done better in regards to the fuel, because even if you put it on lean settings 3 or 4, you're just going to lose a lot of time. So there's a lot to think about. Even though it's an oval race, there is so much to think about. So much you need to manage as well. And another thing is, you don't need to change tyres in this race, which is kind of cool. It does save a bit of time, so you can just fill up whenever you need. Well, we'll skip towards lap 11. I was losing a bit. I was up to 11th place. Remember, I started 17th. Yes, you can see car number 1 on the car. Don't know how I got that, to be honest. Maybe this was the 5th split. I don't know. But yeah, the whole idea was, just try and save as much fuel as possible, and then get enough fuel in the tank just to go all out for the second stint if you can. So here's old mate that I had an altercation with qualifying, so I'm like, I'm just going to stay on another forceful move. So there's going to be a lot of that in Turismo. It is oval racing. I thought, lap 12, may as well pit now, see how we go. So here's the pit crew at work. No need to change tyres in this race. So that's one thing to think about with this. Now the dot you can see on the fuel filler, that's how much fuel the game thinks you can have in the tank before finishing the race. However, that's based on the fuel economy during the race. So you need to fill the car up. You need to fill it all the way. Fill it to the tank, fill the tank to the top. That's what I was meant to say. Top it up, because you're gonna need as much fuel as possible, especially the slipstream. As you can see, it's lap 22. The Mazda just getting shoved. It's always gonna happen in oval racing. There's a bit of contact between myself and the Mazda, so it just shows how important the slipstream is. We're gonna lose a few positions here. Oh, because he's going in forcefully. That's Cody Nikola Latovsky's dad, by the way. So he's half decent, but he doesn't mind a bit of a push and a shove every now and then. Oh, he's got it loose, and that's his race pretty much done. But he did have a penalty, so that's definitely his race done. Yes, this is a battle for 12, but this is why qualifying is so important, because if you qualify up, say top 6, top 7, top 8, you are a genuine chance of winning the race. This Porsche goes in a forceful move on the Mazda, and the Porsche's just slowed down. He must have run out of fuel. He definitely has. And the Mazda must have ran out of fuel too. But you end up in 14th position. You may think, computer controlled punt there. But in the same sense, I did start 17th, so 3 spots gained. All bodes well for the next couple races. Hopefully. In the next race, I came across this guy, Electric. This guy is an absolute flog. This is from a Charlie Roscoe stream a month or so ago. just give this guy a nice little shove. This was when Gran first came to the game. Whether it's the same electric or not, I don't know. Because PRT, he didn't have those initials here. Charlie Roscoe goes off, electric. He just decides to T-bone him. And, you know, that would have been a very serious accident in real life. But he's not done here. Here we go, to the corkscrew. Doesn't even bother braking. He's just going to go bang. And just send this guy to Narnia. I mean, we'll go on board with Squiddy. So this is him. Also he gets punted by electric. Just look at the air he gets. He actually cleared the sand. Oh no. But electric's not done here. Have a look at this. Bang, another ram. As I said, it could be a different guy, but I did see this guy's name in the Charlie Roscoe stream. It did have 2 C's in the word electric, so maybe it is him. I don't know if this is the same guy. I don't know how he's joined an esports scene. DRX is Charlie Roscoe. What does this guy do? Tries to shove him into the fence, puts him into the sand. But as we get to the Andretti hairpin, well, he's not done here. Here we go. He's just gonna go the full yeet on Charlie, and oh mate, Aussie Mike is gonna just, you know, he doesn't appreciate what electric's doing, so he's just trying not to let him back on the track. So, you know, that's fair enough. But this guy's starting second in an FIA race. I'm starting 9th. You know, if I have an altercation with him, maybe I'll give him a revenge punch in honour of Charlie Roscoe. But anyway, I hope he doesn't win. that's my main point of view, that's for sure. So starting 9th this time around, right behind this Toyota FT1. You know, I was looking back at footage, I'm like, is this an FT1 or a Supra? They both look similar. They had that raspy 4-cylinder. I'm like, yeah, that's an FT1. But, yeah, it's just all about managing your fuel, staying in the slipstream, which is very hard when you're trying to save fuel. You know, staying off that apron kind of helps as well on the inside. But, yes, it's 23 laps, but it's, you know, it's hectic. You just never know what's going to happen in an over race, especially when fuel is involved. So, again, just no buns-eye moves, just stick with the pack and see what happens. I'll stick with the pack a lot better than I did last time around, that's what I need to do. As these guys are braking very early, the Toyota, the Beetle, oh, he's got a bit slightly gone on the apron! And the Supra is just going to take advantage of it, and that's fair enough indeed. So, you know, but I'm still 9th, but in the same sense, you know, we do have a long way to go. But the Supra is getting a bit twitchy, whether that's internet, could be, and you know, that's how strong the slipstream is. The Supra and the Lexus were just basically came from out of nowhere to be right behind me. But we're going to skip to lap 11 here. So what's happened here is, you know, there's a nice little pack here. Yes, I've dropped down to 11th place, but that's not the biggest issue here. So we're just going to stick to the outside here and get a slipstream towards the rest of the lap. However, the Lexus is going to shove me into the fence, and there's a fair bit of carnage going on there as well. Oh no! And you know, just trying to get, and the bank is just sold. That is a very disappointing end to that race, that's for sure. I ended up finishing a very lonely 17th position. So, you know, fair bit of work, and the good thing is that flog called Electric didn't win the race, so at least that's a positive, I guess. And somehow I was the fastest driver for Ferrari. Maybe I was the only one there. Now that race featured Emery. For those who don't know who that is, she's an iRacer. She competes in the V8 Supercars E-Series. Very good driver on iRacing, and it turns out she's pretty good at GT Sport as well, so let's be on the lookout for her. And there she is, so running the Trans-Tasman Racing livery, the team she's on in iRacing, and these jet fires are just going to, you know, fly straight through that Boeing 737 Airbus, whatever kind of big passenger plane that is. Super GT noticed it in his race, and it's happened in mine. Don't know what's going on there for Liftney, but anyway. But I apologise for the small black bars at the top and the bottom. I don't know what happened there, but you know, obviously a little glitch in the recording of this video, so I apologise about this. Hopefully it doesn't happen for the next race, because I did 4 of the 5 races here. But we'll skip to lap 11. As you can see, I've kind of lost my slipstream there. The poor girl Emily, she's had an absolute shocker of a race. It was getting to this point, you know, I looked back at her stream and she said that I needed to get a bit of a wriggle on, and, you know, fair enough, I did, because, you know, I was driving a bit slow, but in the same sense, I was trying to save fuel, keeping that in mind, like, you know what, Emily, you can have this, I'll just let you buy, and you can have, and I can have your slipstream from now on. So here we go, turn 1, but the problem is, Emery, she just goes a little too wide, cops herself a penalty, and I was just giving her a little boost. But the 1.5 second penalty for her means her race is pretty much done unless something happens up the front. But, you know, the unintentional punt there, you know, sometimes giving people a boost on the straight is fine. You know, it's all about bump drafting here, let's be honest. But I mean, yeah, her race is pretty much done, unfortunately. All the leaders are going to go into the pits. So I thought, you know what, we'll do the same thing as well. No need for tyres. And try, you know, I don't know what I was thinking, but I don't think I filled the whole car up, which is, you know, a bit of a mistake from my part. But yeah, that's what happens when you do practice with, when you're just on your own. You don't think about the slipstream. That's, you know, that's probably my Forza brain as well, because there's absolutely no slipstream in that game. And you may think, well, why does Forza apply to this? Well, I'm running a Forza team's livery in a Forza racing series, but that's about it. But you know, lap 13 was just for the sake of trying to get some kind of slipstream to get back into the race. But you know, I was struggling a lot, and as you can see when I filled the car up, you know, I didn't put enough fuel in. So I was already in conservation mode, which is not what you want on an oval, especially when people, you know, perfect their strategies. As you can see, 5, 6, 7, 8, we don't know where I'm going to be at, because all the other leaders, they're all coming out as well. So P11 we are, and I'll get a little bit of a shove from this Lexus. All of a sudden we got contact, people all over the joint, and yeah, and old man the Toyota's copped himself a 2-second penalty. But in the same sense, if we're going to all stick together, maybe, just maybe, will be a chance, but we'll just have to wait and see. But you know, that's oval racing for you. You're gonna have a few big ones, although the big ones probably aren't as big as the ones you actually see at Daytona or Talladega. But you know, Supra's just like, oh, he's gone for a little move on the BMW. Oh, you know. Sometimes you don't see that, and for him there's no point doing that, because he's got a 2-second penalty. But Emily, she was in 9th place. She actually kind of recovered. You know, even with the 1.5 second penalty, it just shows that I stuffed up my fuel. As you can see, I'm just trying to save. So if I'd filled the tank to the top, then I may have been in this pack with everybody. But it got to the point where I basically ran out of fuel as we crossed the line, ended up finishing 11th place. There you go, ran out of fuel. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes the strategy doesn't work. Sometimes you make mistakes in the pits. So it'd be 11th place. But, you know, I thought to myself, we'll give this one more shot. I had time for one more race. Well, there was one more race available on this night for FIA. So we'll give it a go. Starting 6th again. This time around, the fighter planes have got their act together. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. So, you know, the plan was for this time around, stay with the pack, save a bit of fuel in the first stint, and just build the car to the top for the second stint. That's key here, because, you know, I don't think this was definitely not top split, but you know, there's some pretty good drivers in this lobby, so, you know, just got to keep that in mind. Keep in mind people using different cars as well. It's not like it's daily race B where everybody's going to be using the same car to stay competitive. And also, you know, obviously fuel is a huge factor here as well. As soon as I saw this race pop up, I'm like, yep, I'm doing it. I'm making the Jag. He's going to think about making the move here. I actually just let him through, I think. No, he's actually going, I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to He's going to go by, is he going to stay behind? I don't know what his act is. But we go to lap 4. One of the leaders has got a penalty, so that's going to throw. Oh, McCausey's been shoved off. The acid's going loose. Oh, it's all on here. So this guy in the McLaren's going to serve his 2-second penalty. So you know what? We're right in this. So and McCausey academic. Oh, I just got a bit wide. That was my fault. I don't know why I did that. I was trying to get some kind of cut back. Very hard to do on an oval, mind you. But as you can see, it's all about slipstream. The Aston's going to get shoved. The Jag is going to fit. No. So the Jag and the Aston have had a slight altercation there. It's kind of ruined my run as a result. A lot of people are losing the slipstream as a result of this. So, and the Jag, McCausey's had another issue, but he's still in front. So, well, in front of me at least. But it's going to be on for young and old, that is for sure. So, you know, just biding our time here, trying not to get in any sort of trouble that's going to spin us, because if we spin, we're done, let's be honest. So, it's just a case of sticking with the leaders, not making any buns-eye moves until the last couple of laps, because, you know, obvious reasons. The long... Oh, that's a savage dive bomb from myself. And somewhere up the third, I don't know why they were braking so early, but anyway. So, yeah, McCausey gives me a little tap, fair enough. I don't know if he thought it was my fault. I don't think I even made contact with him, to be honest. So, yeah, as you can see, it's an ebb and flow kind of race. So, you know, but we're in a strong position here, so you just never know what's going to happen with these kind of races. So I don't know why I'm getting out of the slipstream. Maybe I thought I better let McCausey through, which I end up doing, and it's also going to save us a little bit of fuel as I just swerve straight into the line of the Jag. Down to 9th here for lap 11, but as I said many times, we are still in this for a win, because we've got this mad pack for the lead. So, you know, you just never know how things are going to turn out here. So down to 9th, but as you can see, there could be a big wreck happening in any second, as this Supra has just gone with some ridiculous line. The Aston's giving him a shove. He's trying to make the high line work here, but it's giving him a bit of grief out of the corner, so we just have to keep that in mind. 3 wide as you do, 4 wide, giving the Super a shove. It actually helped him there, so that's no problem. Giving the Jag a tap. I don't know how I didn't make him spin, but anyway. So we're going to lose a bit of slipstream here, but in the same sense, if you lose slipstream, you will save a bit of fuel. So there's that to think about as well. But any of these 9 guys could win this race, let's be honest. So, you know, let's not place any bets yet, because anything can happen here. So my thought was just follow the pack. Well, what? 7 out of the 9 leaders end up pitting, so I thought I'll pit with them, keep the slipstream, put as much fuel in as we possibly can. Whether I did that or not, I don't know. Let's just see what I do here. What do I do? Oh, almost fill it to the top, I guess, so not bad at all. So, you know, my main point of view was just to stick with the leaders. That's all there is to it. So, this McLaren's gone loose. He's into the fence, and he's giving himself a penalty as well. McCausey Academic. No, it wasn't McCausey Academic. It was the same livery. It was some other Merc that had a penalty as well. So, as you can see, everyone's made their pit stop. This mad pack is still here. McCausey. No, it wasn't McCausey. It was another Merc. There's a lot of Mercs in the same livery, which is fair enough for stock colours. But yeah, 3 laps to go here. We may as well just stick to the end of this race to see what happens here. So, you know, yes, I'm falling back from the pack here, but in the same sense, if there's any slight contact between the leaders, we're all back in this as the Supra's just being shoved into the fence. And you know, and this penalty system is so weird that no one's getting penalised for punts, which is really weird indeed. lap 22 of 23. So, here we go. It's going to be on here. McCosy Academic is in the lead here. Whether he can hold on to that lead, who knows. The Lexus in front has got his hazard lights on I don't know why it's got them on, but anyway, you don't have them on if you run out of fuel. But McCosy's just losing a heap of positions. Maybe he got shoved a little as we go through to turn 3. The Aston's going to give me a shove. The Lexus is going to give me a shove. McCosy into the fence. Bang! Aston shoving McCosy into the fence. He's down to 7th place. We're starting the last lap here. So let's just see what happens. Anything can happen. People might run out of fuel. People might go for the savage punt, the savage dive bomb. You just don't know what's going to happen. People might bottle it on their own into the fence. But we're in 6th place. But, you know, as I said, anything can happen here. 2 corners left to go. As we go to turn 2, easily flat the super onto the apron. You don't want to do that at this point in time. We thought try and get on the inside for turn 3, but McCossy's going to go for the dive bomb. The Aston's giving himself a penalty. McCosy, he was 7th at the start of this lap. He's going to somehow get the victory, and the Porsches ran out of fuel, and we're going to get 3rd. Oh, now that was a manic finish, and that is over racing for you on GT Sport. We'd love to see more of it. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you like the video, smash the thumbs up button, leave a comment, let me know what you think. I don't know how that was a clean race, and if you want to see more, subscribe and tap the notification icon. Anyway, this is Jeff here, and happy racing. Cheers.